Jet Up Gaming, and I am doing my top 10 favorite tanks. At number 10, we have the Terrarch, which is a airborne light tank built by the British. Didn't see that much service, and it's my top 10 because it has a tank destroyer variant. You don't see that often with light tanks, except for the Hetzer. Actually, a lot of light tanks have tank destroyer variants, but this also looks like an armored car. That one makes me wonder if you could just take the tracks off like a BT tank, and you could just drive it like a armored car. Now at number 9, we have the ASU 57, it's known as the Bush tank in War Thunder. Another airborne vehicle made by the Russians. It's a cute tank. There's a lot of different cute tanks. This is one. I think it's a 4-man crew with a 57mm cannon. Why its name is ASU 57. And it's tiny. So it can be dropped out the back of an aircraft or whatever. But the Russians did make an ASU 85, which was a T-34 or hull. So it's not just like small tanks that do that. Next is a tank from my home country, the Sentinel, the Australian tank. Sentinel, sorry. The AC-1 was Australia's first tank, and it's basically the Australian version of the Crusader, even though we actually had Crusaders in World War II. But this is what it looks like. It is a 5-man crew, like basically any other medium tank. I think it's a medium tank, because if it's a light tank, it's got a lot of armor. And it had machine gun ports, but they weren't used. There's one, and in the middle of the tank, and one next to the gun. At number, what was it? At number 7, we have the Type 5 Chi-Ri, a prototype tank made by the Japanese, also known as the Sherman Hunter. And it was the first Japanese medium tank to have 2 guns. A main gun, which was predicted to be either 88 or 75, and a 37mm in the hull. This is the only real image I could get of it. Next up at number 6, we have the Panzer II Alf's J, or some people call it the Minnie Mouse, because it's got a lot of armor. The autocannon shreds, and it's fast. I haven't checked, but I either think it's 2-man or 3-man. But it is a force to be reckoned with, and it's got wide tracks, so it can deal with snow, unlike other German tanks. The J variants of German tanks were meant for snow, like the Panzer I Alf's J and the Panzer II Alf's J. I know have very wide tracks. Next at number 5, is if the tank at number 1 would not be there, this would be it, the Whirlwind. I know I said tanks and tank destroyers, but this is on a tank chassis, so it counts. This is a German anti-aircraft vehicle, the Whirlwind, on a Panzer IV hull, which is Panzer IV is not in this list, with quad 20mm. In War Thunder, it shreds vehicles. Not that many people can survive a Whirlwind. For one, they knock out your gun, and 2, they are so annoying. Next, we have the At number 4, we have the L3-33 CEC, or the CV-33 with a 37mm or 20mm. This was a tankette originally built. It had machine guns. There's one to the side, but it usually carried 2 machine guns. But in the Spanish Civil War, they upgraded to have, I don't know if it was 37mm or 20mm, but this thing is real. Here's I think it's the only L3-33. There are CV-33s, but not L3s. L3s have this gun. Next. Number 3, the Tiger. I love the Tiger. It's I just actually did a video on it called Save the Tigers for Archanic Tank Warfare. But this thing, oh, it's a beauty. Some people think, oh, I'm just going to charge in and I'll be unstoppable. No. You will get killed instantly. People think the Tiger is overpowered, but it's not. If you play it right, it can be overpowered. With an 88, you probably already know all this. Let's go to number 2. The Stug. The Stug is I think it's second most produced German tank. And it was also, I think, given to Finland as well. And it was, there's also a variant called the Stu 42, which is a even gunned up version. And there were 11,000 of these built. The rest were Stus. And they gave some of them to Finland in the continuation war. But the Stug is off the Panzer III chassis, has a 75mm and a 4-man crew. Yeah, and instead of the commander using the machine gun, if the load is not firing, what am I saying? If the load is not loading the gun, he can be up here firing the machine gun, but that's only on a couple variants. Lastly, the world's greatest tank, in my eyes, the Locust. The M22 Locust. To me, the cutest tank in the world. One of the smallest, that's the L3, or CV-33. It has a 3-man crew, 75mm cannon, and can go up to 56 miles per hour. In War Thunder, it's also a force to reckon with. And I love it because it's fast. It can be dropped out of the back of a plane. Not literally. It can be unloaded from a glider. And that's it. And thanks for watching. Jet Out Gaming out. Sorry.